Hi children, welcome back to social science class. Last class we studied about what is the difference between weather and climate, and after that we studied about air pressure. Today's our topic is about wind. What is a wind and which are the different types of wind. First we will study what is a wind. What is a wind? Wind is the horizontal movement of air. The horizontal movement of air is known as wind. Air moves from high pressure area to low pressure area. So wind moves from high pressure area to low pressure area. Wind direction is measured by using an instrument called wind vane. Wind direction is measured by using an instrument called wind vane, and the speed of wind is measured by using anemometer. Speed of wind is measured by using anemometer. Winds are mainly classified into four: permanent wind or planetary wind, seasonal wind, local wind, and variable winds. So which are the different types of wind? Permanent wind, seasonal wind, local wind, variable wind. These are the four types of wind. Let us discuss one by one. So what is a permanent wind? These winds, permanent winds, also known as planetary winds. These winds blow throughout the year or all year around in a fixed direction. So the permanent wind will blow throughout the year in a fixed direction. That types of winds are known as permanent wind. Wind that blow in a fixed direction throughout the year is known as permanent wind. For example, trade wind that comes from east, westerly winds that comes from west, and polar winds that coming from east. These all are example for permanent wind. Wind that will move or wind that will blow in same direction or a fixed direction throughout the year is known as permanent wind. Trade wind, westerly wind, and polar winds are the example for permanent wind. Second one, seasonal wind. These winds blow only during a particular season. The wind blow in a particular season. Such types of winds are known as seasonal wind. Seasonal winds are also called periodic wind. Particular period or particular season only it will blow. So seasonal winds are also known as periodic wind. Second one, seasonal wind. Seasonal wind example, monsoon. Monsoon is the best example for seasonal wind. Okay, third one, local wind. Local winds means children, these winds are confined to a small area. These winds are confined to a small area and have a certain characteristics features of their own. Such types of winds are known as local wind. These winds mainly blow in a particular locality, or these are confined in a small area. Such types of wind, and these wind also have some peculiar features. Such types of winds are known as local wind. For example, Lu. Lu is a best example for local wind. And what is Lu? Lu is the dry, hot wind and dusty wind that blow during the dry season in the northern plains. That wind is known as Lu. Okay, dry, hot and dusty wind that blow during summer time through the northern plains are known as Lu. Okay, so local wind example Lu. Next one, variable wind. What is variable wind? These wind occur when the cold air and warm air meet. When the cold air and warm air meet, this wind occur. For example, cyclone and anticyclone. Cyclone and anticyclones are the example for variable wind. So now we studied 4 types of wind: permanent wind, seasonal wind, local wind, variable wind. Permanent wind will blow throughout the year same direction. Trade wind, westerly wind and polar winds are the example. Seasonal wind will blow particular season. For example, monsoon wind. Third one, local wind. These winds are mainly confined into a particular locality or in a small area. For example, loop. Variable winds occur when the cold air and warm air meet. For example, cyclone and anticyclone. Our next topic, temperature. Temperature is another important element of or another important factor that affect the weather. Okay, so next our topic is about temperature. What is temperature? Degree of hotness and coldness of air in a particular place is called temperature. So what is temperature? Degree of hotness and coldness of air in a particular place, that is known as air temperature. Air temperature is measured in Celsius or Fahrenheit. In Celsius or Fahrenheit, and the temperature is measured by a instrument that is called thermometer. Temperature is measured by using an instrument known as thermometer. Simplest thermometer is the mercury in glass or rod thermometer. Mercury in glass or rod thermometer. Thermometers are put inside a screened shelter known as Stevenson screen, so that the true temperature in the shade can be measured. True temperature in the shade can be measured. Next we will study what makes summer hot and winters cold. This is because the rays of the sun fall directly this period, due to which temperature are higher. When the sun rays fall vertically or directly, that time what will happen? Temperature will become higher. Okay, so during that time summer become hot. And winter, the rays of sun, the rays of the sun are slant. Okay, due to which what about the temperature? Temperature are low. That is why what about the winter? Winter make less low temperature. Okay, so this is the reason what makes summer hot and winter cold. Okay, during the summer sun rays fall vertically or directly. So what will happen? Temperature become higher. So summertime, summer make hot, but the winter time slanting sunrise. Okay, sunrise for or the rays of the sun slanted. Okay, they are slant. So what will happen? Temperature are low. So winter make cold. Okay. Next our topic is about saturation point. What is saturation point? Air can hold only a certain amount of water vapor at a given temperature. So what ma'am told children? Air can hold only a certain amount of water vapor at a given temperature. Okay, when the air reaches its full capacity to hold water vapor, it's said to be saturated. That is known as saturation point. So once again I will tell, air can hold only a certain amount of water vapor at a given temperature. When the air reaches its full capacity to hold water vapor, it's said to be saturated. Okay, as the temperature of the saturated air falls, the water vapor in it condenses to form droplets of water which float in the air. Millions of such droplets together make clouds. Okay, so what will happen? As the temperature of the saturated air falls, the water vapor in it condenses to form droplets of water which float in the air, and millions of such droplets together make clouds. On the basis of height and shape, clouds are mainly grouped into stratus, cirrus and cumulus. Okay, on the basis of height and shape of the clouds, clouds are mainly grouped into stratus, cirrus and cumulus. Okay, next our topic is about precipitation. What is precipitation? Precipitation is the any form of moisture in solid or liquid state that fall from the air to the surface, that is known as precipitation. Any form of moisture in liquid, it may be in solid or liquid state, that fall from the air into the surface, that is known as precipitation. Which are the main forms of precipitation? Rain, snow and hail. Okay, these are the main forms of precipitation: rain, snow and hail. Okay, precipitation in liquid form is known as rainfall. So I think you got an idea about what is precipitation and what are the forms of precipitation. Okay, precipitation in liquid form is known as rainfall. Okay, when the cloud condenses, it form thick clouds. When the cloud condenses to form thick clouds which bring rainfall in the form of large drops of water. Okay, when the drops are small, it is called drizzle. Okay, so you know when the cloud condenses, what will happen? It will fall on the earth. Okay, the fall of large droplets of water, rainfall like a large drops of water. Okay, when it fall is a small drops, that is known as drizzle. Drizzles. Okay, so the small droplets of water that fall on the earth, that is known as drizzles. Rainfall is mainly classified into 3. Okay, an instrument is used to measure rainfall, that is known as rain gauge. Okay, rain gauge. Rainfall mainly classified into 3: convectional rainfall, orographic rainfall and cyclonic rainfall. So which are the 3 types of rainfall? Convectional rainfall, orographic rainfall, orographic or relief rainfall, cyclonic rainfall. These are the 3 types of rainfall. Let us discuss one by one. What is convectional rainfall? When the hot air expands to rise up to the high altitude, when the hot air expand, what will happen? It will rise up to high altitude. It rise up to high altitude and it forms to thick cloud. It forms thick clouds and that cloud goes to heavy torrential or sudden torrential rainfall. That is known as convectional rainfall. So what is convectional rainfall? When the hot air expand. When the hot air expand, what will happen? It will rise up. It rise up to high altitude. It rise up to high altitude and it forms thick clouds. It forms thick clouds that cause sudden torrential rainfall. That is known as convectional rainfall. Second one, orographic rainfall or relief rainfall. What is orographic or relief rainfall? It occurs when mountains come in the way of moist winds which force them to rise up their slopes and shed rainfall. Okay. When the moisture laden wind strike on the mountain, it led to the head of rainfall. That is known as orographic rainfall. Third one, cyclonic rainfall. What is cyclonic rainfall? When the cold air and warm air meet, it will lead to rainfall. It occurs when the warm and cold air meet. Such type of rainfall is known as cyclonic rainfall. So these are the three types of rainfall: convectional rainfall, orographic rainfall, cyclonic rainfall. Okay, so these are the main topic we have to study in this chapter. Now everybody take your textbook for doing textual exercise. Okay, everybody take page number 146. Section A, fill in the blanks. Dash is an instrument used for measuring air pressure. Barometer. Second one, when high mountain force moist winds to shed rainfall, it is known as relief rainfall or orographic rainfall. Third one, places with high temperature have dash air pressure, low air pressure. Next one, average weather condition taken over a long period of time in a large area is known as climate. Next one, dash is made up of rounded lumps of ice and occurs only in cumulonimbus clouds. Hail. B section, choose the correct option. This layer of the atmosphere contains the ozone layer, troposphere. Second one, this is a form of precipitation, drizzle. Third one, at this stage air gets saturated, saturation point. Next one, this instrument measures the speed of wind, anemometer. Next one, this is the hottest period of the day, afternoon. So these are the textual exercise. These questions you can do in your text itself. I think today's portion or today's topic is clear to you. If you have any doubt, ask me. We will meet in the next class.